not, you and your friends are a part of it now.
I don't have friends. I got family.
It's time for the movie review. It's quite sunny out. You understand? It's quite sunny out. I have to bend down to look at the camera because it ain't like this, but it's quite a sunny out. But of course, this last weekend, part of the Easter weekend and all of that. Of course, it is April 6th. It is Easter Monday. It's all dusty and stuff in my bedroom. Anyway, it's all dusty. You know, the brightness can actually reveal a lot of things. Fucking sunlight. But anyway, Fast and Furious 7. It was on Saturday. Of course, it was released on April 3rd, Friday. But I watched it with the QT gang, with the Mars QT crew on Saturday. What a wonderful time I had. Of course, you could actually see all of that shit. Part of the vlog that I actually did. You know, possibly, yeah. Not even possibly. Of course, the link will be in the description below. Shit. But anyway, we get on with the review of Fast and Furious 7. Of course, it was going to be action-packed. It was going to be drama-filled. It was going to be comedic. But at the end of the day, it was going to be very emotional because all of us fans of the Fast and Furious franchise expected of us leaving the cinema, wherever you were around the world, watching this with thousands or hundreds of people, in that single room, wherever you were, of course you were gonna leave out of there with tears in your eyes, falling out. You were just crying a river. So, the good, the bad, and not even going to do all that good, the bad. I ain't the black nerd, so this is the toggle. First off, it was all action-packed. If you wanted an action-packed movie with cars, Fast and Furious 7 is the good movie for you. If you enjoyed all the past Fast and Furious movies, them movies ain't more action-packed than Fast and Furious 7. Better believe that. The amount of cars destroyed, the amount of cars driven, the amount of cars used in these stunts, in those action scenes, may their souls rest in peace, especially to that supercar, the Vin Diesel Dominic Toretto drove through 3 freaking buildings in Abu Dhabi. Only 7 were made, and now 6. Only 6 are available right now. Make more of them, whatever the fucking car is. I'm gonna buy one. But so action packed in this movie right here. Of course, the cast from of course the past Fast and Furious 6 came, except for Han and Gal Gadot, who played Giselle, because she died in 6, and Han of course died in Tokyo Drift, which is the latest. Well, Furious 7 is the latest, but Furious 7 came after Tokyo Drift chronological order. So if you do not understand, go read the book. Go read the book, people. I'm bending down here because this fucking laptop, the camera is here, but my neck is going to be all shoved off. So the only cast members who came back, for recent shoot was Lucas Black, who plays Sean Boswell in Tokyo Drift. He came back and during the scene, we of course, unfortunately, we didn't see the race against Dom and Sean that took part of the Tokyo Drift. They used the scene there where Bow Wow's when Bow Wow's character was someone else to race. He was a friend of Han. They just used that. They just used that film from Tokyo Drift inside. But it was nice. It was a nice throwback. And of course, Sean, okay, Lucas Black, he was there, all short hair and shit. I still miss his country twang, Here it is. I found this at the crash shot. It was a pops. Pops means something high. The Deckard Shaw came ablaze, and poof, the car blows up. The bomb inside the box, there the house blows up. The house is all gone, but especially the little kid that Brian O'Connor, and the wife there, Jordana. Well, let me just call them by the real names. Paul Walker and Jordana Brewster. The little kid was there, all safe and sound. Shit, but Paul Walker's face smashed on that glass like an apricot squeezing on your nuts. Man, that must have hurt. Squeezing on your nuts. But it was all out war. Then of course, Jason Statham was just popping out everywhere. And then of course, Dom brought Han's body back. Funeral took place, and out of the shadows, in a nice, was it a Maserati? I think it was a Maserati. In a nice Maserati car came Deckard Shaw overlooking, and of course Dom went over to Dom. Dom was just car chasing and shit, and they ended up in a tunnel there, and they were fighting and all that shit. It's a street race. Not a street race. I'm thinking too fast, too furious. And these soldiers came out, and all of a sudden Kurt Russell came out of the van. Oh, Dom, we just saved your ass, and it's like, we got you an assignment. So basically, I know I've seen reviews already by many people. I've read reviews, and they were just confused. Oh no, we thought the main plot was this Deckard Shaw, coming back, vengeance against Dom and the other crew members who killed his brother. But then there's this other plot where, Kurt Russell, part of the FBI, was a nothing man who's part of the FBI and tells Dom they need to get this special device called the God's Eye. Okay, the God's Eye is basically a special device that, of course, the hierarchies of any government, CIA, FBI, whatever, they can actually use that to track wherever you are, to track anyone around the world via phone, message, and all that shit. That's why it's called the God's Eye. Shit, what about the God's Dick? Plots are gonna crash together at the end. Okay, we go all over, all over the world with these guys. First in Los Angeles, then brief time in Tokyo, then of course they went to fucking Azerbaijan, saving Ramsey's ass. Shout out to Nathan Emmanuel, big Game of Thrones fans right here. And I haven't read the book, but I watched the series, of course. But man, I've been watching Game of Thrones like in last summer, and Nathan Emmanuel, underrated. Golly. And of course, they had to say this hacker by the name of Ramsey. Oh, who's Ramsey? I still remember when I was watching a few interviews before the movie. Before the movie, I saw Nathan Emmanuel. I was like, I wonder who is she gonna play as? Turns out to be Ramsey sequence, and possibly people have said that this is possibly the best fight sequence ever. Well, there were two parts, but this was the best fight sequence ever. And of course, Ramsey breaks out of prison or in a bus. And of course, we've seen in the trailer the part where Paul Walker runs up the bus, grabs the motherfucking spoiler of the car that Michelle Rodriguez was in, and boom, fuck, oh shit. But everywhere Dom goes, Deckard Shaw follows. And shit, we go to Abu Dhabi where that shit actually happens. But damn, one of my favorite scenes in the whole Fast and Furious 7 film was Nathan Emmanuel's Ramsey getting out of that motherfucking ocean. Ooh, Lord. I was like Tyrese up in that motherfucking room. I was like, oh Lord, is she a hacker? Or is she a hacker? oh, oh, ah, 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 ah. Where we came up 1-1 there, and Jimon Honso's character, who is of course a terrorist, we've seen him in the pod there in Azerbaijan, and Jason Statham decides to affiliate himself with Jimon Honso. So you know a nigga got grades right here. Shit. And this all culminates in Los Angeles. Did I say that correctly? It all ends in Los Angeles. Okay, now they're trying to get the God's Eye back to them, and also they're gonna try to eliminate Jimon Honso and his terrorist group, and they're gonna try and get out there for sure. But of course, in the beginning of the film, an awesome fight sequence with Jason Statham and The Rock. The Rock did the rock bottom. Okay, that's the people's level. But he did the rock bottom to Jason Statham. I just went ballistic in the motherfucking cinema room, man. Ooh, ooh. The way he did it was so nice. But at the end, that could sure blew the shit out of that motherfucking room, and it left The Rock to go inside the hospital with a motherfucking cast. It's funny because the way he actually broke the cast, it was shown at the elbow. So many references in this movie as a whole. And of course, they even showed the Hulk, the 70s show, Incredible Hulk TV show with the bodybuilder and all that shit. The Rock actually did dress up as the Hulk one Halloween night. That was a nice reference. If nobody caught that, they even called The Rock the Hulk sometimes. So many references. So many. But at the end, it came all to good times. The Rock finally went out of the bed and was like, oh, Dad's got to go to job. he got a job. He broke the fucking cast, the elbow right there. Oh, shit. And of course, he blew up that motherfucking helicopter to bits. And of course, Deckard Shaw and Dom Toretto fight it out, once and for all. And of course, there was a mistake because Jimon Honso was like, well, we don't give a fuck about Deckard Shaw no more, so let's blow the shit out of him. They tried to, but they almost broke the shit out of a motherfucking parking lot, and that wasn't successful. And I just thought, oh, Deckard Shaw is dead because he's all under this rubble, but he's still alive, and they keep him inside a hefty prison, which is soon going to be broken into by someone who knows Deckard Shaw, because there's going to be a Fast and Furious 8. We all know what's going to happen. Deckard Shaw is going to escape. He is going to escape. But man, the city of Los Angeles will never be the same again, because I'm telling you, if I was in that motherfucking shit, there was no one outside. It was like 2 a.m. in the morning. Okay, Norm is outside while cars are blowing up, while there's a helicopter with a drone and missiles shooting at your asses of people there, and parking lots are just being destroyed and shit. It's hard being in Los Angeles, I tell you now. I haven't been to Los Angeles, but after that film, I'm sad. But at the end, it was all successful, all done. All the bad guys are dead, especially Deckard Shaw is in prison. And of course, we go to the beach there, and dang, we understood where this was going, right? Quite an emotional scene, and one of the best tributes I've ever seen in a movie dedicated to, one of the cast members, who of course I was big fans of ever since the first Fast and Furious film I watched was 2 Fast and Furious. That's why it's my all-time favorite Fast and Furious movie. If you don't like that opinion, go fuck yourselves. But it was quite a beautiful tribute. Especially the way they did it. Tyrese and Ludacris was like, hey, look, it's a beautiful sight. This will never be the same again. Vin Diesel was like, well, first Michelle Rodriguez was like, oh, aren't you gonna say goodbye? And then Vin Diesel was like, damn, no, goodbyes. My best Vin Diesel right there. So of course Vin Diesel, decides to drive, and drive his nice Charger, nice muscle car, and he stops there. And then of course the Wiz Khalifa "See You Again" song is there. I started to tear up. I was like, fuck. And then came Paul Walker in the white Supra. This was awesome. You know, this is of course a nice throwback. This is a nice throwback, starting with this tribute with the dialogue, and the nice throwback is the muscle and the Supra. The last time I see the Supra was Too Fast, Too Furious, where Michael Ealy's character was driving a Supra. But of course, this Supra, you know, was Paul Walker's first racing car. Okay, and of course, in the last movie, well, not in the first Fast and Furious movie, in the last scene, you know, Vin Diesel's Dom and Paul Walker's Brian were actually gonna race until, you know, Vin Diesel was involved in an accident, and of course that happened with the Supra and the muscle car. There's a 10-second car, but it was awesome though. It just signified, you know, Paul Walker is now gone. The Brian O'Connor character is gone with the white Supra, and of course both of the cars parted ways, crossroads, and there you go, man. For Paul. Beautiful, man. I just teared up, man. I just teared up. And of course, standing ovation. Well, not really a standing ovation, but applaud from the cinema all around. And really a nice send off to Paul Walker and Brian O'Connor and the whole character and him as a person. You know, I still remember the first time I've seen the news. I thought it wasn't true until, you know, all these other news outlets came out. I was just sad, man. I was just sad. And man, but yeah, the movie was good. Fast and Furious 7 is good. There will be a Fast and Furious 8. I'm not sure what's going to be the purpose of this, but hopefully Fast and Furious 8 is going to be the last one. It is definitely going to be the last one, especially, you know, that Paul. It's never going to be the same again without Paul Walker, to be honest, because him and Dom, they made the Fast and Furious movie. They made the whole franchise just all glued together, especially with all the cast members and shit. And man, without Paul Walker, it's definitely not going to be the same again. Because I think, especially after Fast and Furious 1, then came Too Fast, Too Furious, and I was like, damn, you know, this Tyrese is also inside here, and Paul Walker. That's when I just came to love Paul Walker and Brian O'Connor as a, you know, as two. They're just two awesome guys, man. But yeah, go and watch it. Go and watch it, especially if you're a Fast and Furious fan. I would do it once. I'm sweating my balls off right now. You can actually see this shit. But I'm definitely gonna watch all of the Fast and Furious movies. You know, just all in, hopefully all in one day. But I will definitely do it. But this is an awesome movie. As I said again in the beginning, if you like action packed with cars, just action. Okay, just action with cars. Just watch Fast and Furious 7. It's awesome. Otherwise, if you don't have money for the cinema, just wait until it comes out on DVD. Or you can get it on torrents. But yeah, that's my review. All in all, I would give this an 8 out of 10. You know, 8 out of 10, 80%. You know, all that shit. The Rock did the rock bottom. So I would definitely give this film an 8.5. Fuck it. 8.5 out of 10. Damn, he did the rock bottom. Oh, no. But yeah, the rock bottom to the white Supra to, you know, Los Angeles being blown to bits. And Jason Statham was definitely a badass antagonist, okay? Wherever Dom went, Deckard Shaw followed. Okay, motherfucking leech. Mosquitoes and shit. And after this film, I'm definitely gonna buy that super fast car that Dom drove into 3 buildings in Abu Dhabi. Okay, I'm gonna do the same motherfucking thing. Better believe that. Actually, I'm gonna just buy the thing and I'm gonna sleep in it. I'm not even gonna drive. I'm just gonna sleep in it. I don't wanna have the scratching and shit like that. My back is sore. I'm gonna go grab a drink because I'm hot as hell. I'm sweating, and this is my review of Fast 7. Yeah, if you wanna suck my dick, you can follow me on Twitter and I am not the toggle. If you wanna suck my nuts, you can follow me on Tumblr at Darth Vader Nemesis. And if you wanna eat my ass, you can friend you can follow me on Instagram at Litargo Dreams. I'm so fucked.
It's what I always wanted.
And I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. We've come a long way from where we began. Oh, I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. When I see you again.
First you both go out your way in the vibe is feeling strong. Then what's small turn to a friendship turn to a bond, and that bond will never be broken. The love will never get lost. And when brothers will come first, then the line will never be crossed. Established it on our own when that line had to be drawn, and that line is what we reach. So remember me when I'm gone.
Without you, my friend, and I'll tell you all about it.
Hey, thought you could leave without saying goodbye.
I used to say I live my life a quarter mile at a time. And I think that's why we were brothers. Because you did too.
This is your car. It's Christian.
You're all free. Home sweet home.
It's for you, but
Wanna go for a drive?
No matter where you are, whether it's a quarter mile away or halfway across the world.
We all change, we all grow, a new lane.
The most important thing in life always be the people in this room. Right here, right now. Salute me, familia.
Started out small, to a real bond. Cause we're brothers first, cause we're moving to a better day.
You'll always be with me.
Change the game without even knowing.
And you'll always be my brother.
How can we not talk about family when family's all that we got? Everything I would do, you were standing there by my side. And now you gon' be there for the last ride.